Bob, thank you again for all of your hard work this year. You've been a great mentor to me and the rest of the executive committee. I look forward to all your help this incoming year and all the hard work you've done for the last several. Some of you may not know that Bob and I have a couple other things in common. First of which was we're both St. X grads from 1976. Most of you in this room probably do know, though, that we're also come from families that have a long tradition in the building business. The Thiemans and Hebrans have been around for a long time. Around the association, I've heard a lot of jokes about how many Thiemans there are that are in the building business. How there may be a few too many sometimes. I can't tell you how many times per week that I get someone that hears my name and then starts to talk about, your father must have built my parents' house, or how are you related to so-and-so. Sometimes I wish I could just have a flyer that has our family on it, that has kind of the matrix trying to figure out who's related to who. But I can't complain. The name has been very good to me. I'm very fortunate to have that name, and probably wouldn't be here today without that name. I really appreciate it and have been very fortunate. That name recognition is important for our business also. So when someone comes up to me and says, I think maybe you built my house, usually I'll wait to find out if they're maybe talking about a callback issue rather than a compliment before I want to take credit. And if it's a callback issue, I think my Uncle Leo will. My father's cousins primarily stayed in the farming business. Paul's Food Market, Earl, Joe's, and more. Some of you all heard those, I'm sure. On the other hand, all 7 of my uncles and my father went into the building business. Ray, Bill, Bob, Tom, Clifford, Clenny, Richard, and Leo. Whether it be homes, apartments, or commercial, they chose real estate. I think my grandparents, Chris and Mary, must have been growing a lot more than vegetables down there on Campground Road. They were strong, independent-minded entrepreneurs that were taught the value of hard work, that you reap what you sow, and that your faith in your family will help you most important. Like most of us in this room, they were producers. They were looking for opportunities, ways to improve things for them and their families. 2 of the original 8 are here with us this evening, Clifford and Leo. Between the 2 of them, they built over 2,000 homes and participated in 14 home runs. They established a foundation for success that has led to over 40 Thiemans, first, second, and third generation, that are either builders, realtors, developers, or subcontractors. My brother, 3 sisters, and I are all partners and shareholders with RJ Thieneman Company, which builds, owns, manages, and invests in residential, multifamily, and commercial properties. On a day-to-day basis, my sister Pat builds new homes under the name of Thieneman Sites Construction, sells homes for Global Realty Group, and as was mentioned before, was the first female president of the Home Association, and hopefully not the last. We need many more women involved in the Home Association. My sister Paula sells new and existing homes for Global Realty Group, and is often recognized by our Sales and Marketing Council as one of the top new home sales specialists in our community. My brother Brian is CEO of RJ Thieneman Company and oversees our entire operation. Pam has been teaching second grade at Coral Ridge Elementary for over 20 years. She's the only smart one in the bunch. I manage our residential developments and construction, built under the name of Estate Homes, and the principal broker of Global Realty Group. But we rely very heavily upon the hard work and dedication of our great staff, which is also here this evening, sitting at table 22. Really appreciate all that you guys do. Here with us tonight also is my mom, Faye, who has twice been my lucky charm and high back. Mom, you were the one that has always been there, setting the example of what true love is really all about. And speaking of love, Bev, would you stand for just a second, please? Bev and I just celebrated our 27th anniversary. Bev is from Nashville, New Hampshire. Where they parked the cars and Holly John. We met there while I was working for Anderson many, many years ago, 28 years ago. Thank you very much for all your support. My daughter Chelsea, who's here with us tonight also, is an Assumption and Murray State grad. She's teaching 7th grade special ed at South Florida Middle School. And coaching the New York basketball team. Our son RJ unfortunately cannot be with us here tonight. He's another X-Man, as well as a Xavier grad, as well as a master's in screenwriting. He's in Los Angeles pursuing his dream courageously to be a comedian. I could have used him here tonight. I'm very proud of all of my family, but I really do still miss my father. RJ Sr. was the first recipient of the John Robinson Lifetime Achievement Award. In his honor, we keep a plaque in our office that is simply titled RJ's Way, which lays out basic truths for all of us to live our lives by. One of the main points is family values first. Webster defines family as a group of persons united by a certain conviction or a common affiliation. Well, that's all of us here tonight, all of us here in this room. The past and present leaders of our association have kept us on course since 1946. The primary reason we're the second largest association in the country, as was spoken earlier, is because of the strong group of core leadership that we have in this association. We all know who they are. Everyone in this room could recognize them. If I put their faces up on the screen right now, I'm sure you would all recognize them right away, just like that. This guy on the left, this little outfielder, he knows the value of true teamwork, and to this day, enjoys being our team captain. And the guy on the right, I'm sure you all recognize him, right?
Billy Dover.
Good guess, almost. Another young guy. Young as he is, as a matter of fact. This Lone Ranger on the right has been leading the church in a better association all year long, and also leads Bible study on Wednesday mornings at the association. I've got a couple more, and I don't want to be long, so let me get through these last few. Now this next group, this kid on the left was my baseball coach in grade school, which you all probably didn't know that, unless you've overheard me say that before. But you'll know him because he keeps all of us abreast of all the latest home builder news, all the state, local, national things going on, sends us pictures, Facebook stuff, so y'all know who that guy is. But the kid on the right played catcher for his team when he was a youngster. He served on about every committee there is at the Home Builders Association, and he'll be the first to admit how important the Home Builders Association has been to his business. See if you know who they are. Now this next group, I know you immediately will recognize this little angel on the left. This guy, as I appropriately described as the angel, one of his favorite lines in the association is, "Just tell me the truth. Don't lie to me, just tell me the truth." For that reason, I've chosen him to be my pastor for this coming year. And the kid on the right, this guy, must have lost his first T-ball game when he was a kid. Because ever since then, he hasn't come in second at anything. Chuck once described this person as someone you can choose to walk beside or you can walk behind, but you're never going to pass him, especially when it comes to recruiting new members. And finally, last but certainly not least, this youngster works overtime on all phases of our Home Builders Association. He covers everything from soups to nuts, works overtime on our behalf, and he also loves to grow peppers. It's enough fun. I got to talk serious for just a second here. These guys and many other men and women do an incredible amount of work on our behalf, and I mean an incredible amount of work, as Rob appropriately said. Our challenge, though, is to find more John Lang's, Bob Barron's, Len Stuckles, Ellery Esposito's, you name it. There's a bunch more in this room. I apologize if I haven't mentioned your name. Charles Darwin said once that it's not the strongest species that survive, not the most intelligent, but the ones that are the most responsive to change. I'd like to encourage our tradition of change by doing two things over and above what we already do very well this coming year. I'd like for us to focus a little more, as we discussed in the last board meeting, on our brand. Let's make sure that our mission statement and our identity represent the association not only for who we are today, but who we would like to become in the future. Our education, technology, membership committees need to work together to make sure that we're maximizing the benefits of our new website. With proper training and education, we should be well equipped to not only use it, but to recruit with it. We need an outlet also for the energy and knowledge that the younger builders and associates have that I don't. You don't believe me? Ask my daughter. This will be my 20th year serving on the board. We've been through some really tough times. I do believe we're on our way back. The executive committee and I look forward to working with our new board and especially working with this great staff that we have. The number one staff in the Home Rule Association in America. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2013 President Bob Thieneman Jr.